Hi, I'm Jamie Kale Miller of Pandora Astrology here in Berkeley, California.
And I'm Julia Mikas, also of Pandora, joining in from San Francisco.
And today we want to talk with you about the new moon in Scorpio that is coming November 14th. And you can see the moon is right here with the sun. That's what a new moon is. It's when the moon and the sun form a conjunction. They meet up in 23 degrees of Scorpio. And there's a lot going on with this moon, and it's pretty much harmonious. Juno is here with the moon and sun, and also these trine Neptune right up there, and Saturn, Pallas Athena, Jupiter, and Pluto are all harmoniously sextile to this moon. Now, Julia, when you think about a new moon, what do you think that a new moon means in general?
Hmm. Well, new moons, because they happen about every month,
Right.
they're the beginning of a new cycle for that month.
Yeah.
And the cycle goes through several phases with its completion at the full moon a few weeks later. So it's kind of the initiation of something new, which is coming to us all.
Yeah, indeed. And then it'll be colored by the sign that it happens in. This
Hmm.
particular one is happening in the fall, and so it has that autumn feeling of like, death and decay kind of really coming in pretty strongly because this is Scorpio. And so it would seem to initiate a cycle of death and rebirth.
Hmm.
And then also there are some other themes that we think that are going to come into play here because of Scorpio's meaning to do with sharing. And this would be a really appropriate fit for Juno's involvement, which is Juno is about marriage, committed partnership, and that can be professionally as well as personally. And so it would seem like this moon is asking us all to begin a new cycle of considering the estate that we share with a partner.
Hmm.
Julia, you want to expand on that?
Oh, sure. Well, it is a Scorpio new moon, and Scorpio is always a little bit on the moody side,
Yeah,
as a
true.
sign, and it can always be a little bit intense. However, when we were making this chart earlier before we did this video, we were noticing that there are a lot of very supportive aspects to it.
Mm.
So I think that this is, even if the moon's a little moody, I think it's getting a lot of support, and in general, is going to be quite positive.
Yeah, definitely. When you consider that Scorpio's main theme is sharing, which takes three forms. There's emotional sharing, which is when speak with somebody else about something that's deep and maybe was hidden until that moment that it was revealed. So those deep conversations, those emotionally intimate moments. Also
Hmm.
physical intimacy, which is sexuality, obviously, and then financial sharing, which is, also really intimate. And if you think about it, all three of those things are things that we get very charged up about. We generate a lot of strong emotions about those things. Those are all Scorpio things, and it's really no wonder. So, those would seem to be some themes that are coming up during this moon. And if you do have a committed partnership with someone, this Juno is really signaling that it may be time to initiate some kinds of conversations or agreements about the estate that you share. Whether that's like your home or business assets, or, just that you put your two bodies together periodically, and have a sort of a shared bubble of health, if you will. And then we've got several other planets that are helping in this pursuit. One of them is Neptune, and I really like Neptune's involvement here because Neptune tends to bring in some idealism and some compassion. It brings in an ability to step back and see things from a more spiritual perspective, even a more otherworldly perspective. And that is so helpful when you're talking about heavy stuff like death. If this is you and your partner going, in for estate planning with a lawyer, like writing your will, then having that perspective that one day you'll be gone, and being able to look at it from that point of view strikes me as actually really helpful.
Yeah.
Julia, what do you make of Saturn, Pallas Athena, Jupiter, and Pluto's involvement?
Wow, well, they're so close. All of those planets are sextiling this new moon very, very closest.
Yeah, it's true.
And And the closest one there is Jupiter, which I love to see.
Mm-hmm.
It's just 2 minutes off from an exact sextile with the moon.
Yeah, that's
So I think that,
tremendous.
yeah, the closest aspects tend to be the most prominent
Mm.
ones. So really nice to see Jupiter in there because it's going to give a lot of growth to our sense of family, emotional growth through this experience. Even if it is a little intense in the process, every death also leads to a new birth. So
Mm.
there might become a new sort of understanding and a new awareness, which comes into your financial partnership matters, etc.
Mm.
And Pluto is also very close in there,
Yeah.
and Scorpio is Pluto's sign. So I think that actually even gives Pluto a lot more influence in here as well. And Pluto, again, is reinforcing all those Scorpio themes, the themes of shared finances, the themes of death and rebirth, shared power as well could be
Mm.
another thing that could come under this new moon.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I would think that that double theme is pretty strong. And then we have Pallas Athena and Saturn, and Pallas Athena would bring in themes of independence and autonomy, which is
Mm,
useful in any committed relationship, like knowing where is the line between the individuals that are forming a part of this entity or contributing to this greater
right.
entity that you're looking at, and that maybe is being born, like like a legal trust, for example. And then we have Saturn, and Saturn is in its own sign of Capricorn, really strong right now, and Saturn is bringing help also to this pursuit, is offering goals and structure and a sense of integrity and authority. So it seems pretty good. Yeah. Any other thoughts, Julia?
No, I think we covered it pretty well.
Yeah, I think so. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want any support around this moon or any other moon, you could find us at pandoraastrology.com/services. We are available for readings. You can find our horoscopes on our website, pandoraastrology.com/horoscope. And you can always find the news of the month on our YouTube channel, Pandora Astrology. And we'll see you around the cosmos. Bye.
Bye bye.